Hello. So let's first start to strip this guy. Since today we are doing bodywork, we need parts. Okay, where do we begin? Easiest part would be probably to get the doors off. We need those. Yeah. This. Ah. Helion, how was the birth of your child? Is everything okay? Twins! Oh my god. Congratulations, I guess. What else do we need? We have this guy. Okay, I guess we can strip everything else later. Uh, it's way too hot to wear trousers. So no pants. Okay, we don't need this. Excellent. That's good to hear. Okay. Just get rid of this guy. Okay. And now let's see. So, first, what we need to do is see how our rocker panel is going to look like. Perfect. Okay. That's sorted. So, since we don't know how long, I mean, we do actually, but we are going to take this off because first, what we're going to design is the area here around the doors. We are going to hang the door, a dummy door, whatever, just so we get the feel for the bodywork. So this guy goes away as well. We don't need him. Maybe we could here in the front, because there's not enough space, we could do, I don't know, something like this. I think this we could get away with it, but I want to see how the door looks first. And for this, yeah, for this we need to modify this guy because our bottom door mount will be the same as our top one, like this. So we have to get rid of this guy and make another door hanger. Yeah, let's do it. So of course we need to find a way to do this, but I think our trusty connector is going to do this work just fine. Two x5 panel. 2x5 panel. Which panel is the 2x5? You mean this guy? This looks like 2x5. I don't know. Hold on. Let me just replicate this guy. After we have the door hangers, it'll be easier for us to see. Yeah, easier for us to see how everything goes, because the dummy door will give us a very good picture of what the rest of the bodywork is going to look like. Okay, so another door hanger like this, and we're going to use, yeah, I guess we can just use this guy here like this, and this guy here. Okay, so the door hangers are done. Now we need to remount the rocker panel. And of course, now that we have this guy, we can finish the mounting of the rocker panel here in the rear, because that was impossible before, because we did not have anything to mount it to. So where are we going to mount it to? Oh yes, here somewhere. Exactly. There's a pinhole. There's a nice little pinhole here, and there we go. Perfect. You see how nicely flush it's mounted. When all of it is going to be black, this is going to look so perfect. So nicely flush. Well, Dome's charger has been partially disassembled. We're going to disassemble some more when we need parts, but for now we're good. For now we're good. And our main goal now is to do the door. Now with the door, as I said previously, there's a few things that we need to keep in mind. So first of all, the top of the rear quarter panel can be 11 studs from the bottom. So this is 11 studs. Now, if we want to mount the door and more of the quarter panel, we need to now lower this part by 1 stud. So all of this here needs to be 1 stud lower. That way we can actually mount these in properly, because we are going to have one of them here, one of them here, and then there will be a slight slope between them, probably done with flex tubes or something. I don't know yet. Yeah, maybe that's the fastest set, the set that I disassembled fastest. Yeah, could be. Okay, so we need to get this guy lower. That's the main goal. That's the main goal. And another thing is, now that I see it, see this guy, the B pillar mount needs to be further in. So this guy needs to be 1 stud further in as well. So we need to modify the roof. We need to modify this guy and move the this part 1 stud to the inside. Otherwise, this is too far out. And of course, the cover of the B-pillar will then stick too far out as well. So we have our work cut out for us already. Okay, let's modify this part, and then we can do the door. Because I would like to, before I do the door, I would like to mount one of them here, because the door is then going to, you see, it's going to be flush with it. So let's begin. Nothing to it but to do it, as they say. And we're going to have to, yeah, do some remodeling. I've been looking at the mount for the roof as well. We're going to move the mount for the roof from where it is now. Now it's mounted here to this guy, and I would like to mount the roof here to this one. So it'll be more logical, and it will allow us to kind of remove this without consequences. Yes, in the real car, the C-pillar is mounted actually to the fender. The support structure is mounted to the inner fender, but we cannot have this like this. I mean, we aim for realism, but there's only so much we can do. Okay. So this guy needs to fuck off. But we need to keep this. What the? Okay. We need to keep this. Okay. This guy needs to vanish as well. Yeah, better disassemble everything here. Why not? I mean, we are crazy. Okay. Now we need to find a way to support the roof here. So this is now all floppy because I removed the support. And I'm going to mount the roof like this. So I would go with this, and then we connect these two. It's of course not as straightforward as it looks, but I think we can manage somehow. It will be slightly less elegant than it was before, I guess. But since I know in this stream we constantly rebuild stuff, it's probably not going to be. Well, actually, we can actually move this guy. Why not? We can move it one step further back. Why not? I mean, let's do it. Doesn't cost us anything. Let's move it one step further to the back, and problem instantly solved. Problem is instantly solved, and we have the most elegant solution to our problem that is possible. And I think it's going to be even stiffer than it was. There we go. Yep. I'm going to use this. And yeah, let's use this as well. Okay. No, I'm not going to flip the top lift arm, and there's a good reason for it. I'll show you in just a moment. There we go. Excellent. So this guy cannot be flipped, because otherwise, if I flip this this lift arm, then I have nowhere to mount it. It needs to be like this, because then it snaps in here with 2 pins. Otherwise it would be just 1 pin, and then it would be pivoting. So we cannot have that. Okay, so B-pillar is mounted without all of this, which is good. Now we can see about lowering this part. So this guy is going to be in the center of the wheel. So the center of the wheel, as far as I look at pictures of the charger, somewhere here in the center of the wheel is the highest part. It's the highest part of the slope. So that's why I want here. It can be 10. The lift arm support can be 10 studs, and then it needs to drop by 1 stud to 9 studs. I'm going to use this, and where's this? This is our support here. Come on. Come on. Okay. Excellent. And now where's our other door part? Where did I put it? Damn it. It's here. Was this? Yeah, okay, sorry. It was this. Yeah, I wanted this. So if I look at the other side, let's just temporarily mount this. Okay. So we are now 1 stud lower with this. And at the same time, this mounting point, the ball joint, needs to be 1 stud further inwards. So let's redesign the front part. Let's do it like this. We're going to use this lift arm, and then we need to find a way to connect this support back to this part. And of course we're going to do it very simply, the same way as before, removing the spacer, of course. And now we can mount this back, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this will be floppy a little bit, but we probably can find a solution for it. I think we can, after this is in, we can combine them here in the front, because there's enough room here behind. I think maybe disasters is wrong. Okay, so let's scrap this plan and focus first on doing this. So 4 studs from the beginning. So this is the mounting point for the A pillar, for the C pillar. Okay, we can now remove all of this and mount it like this. Okay, where does it mount there? Okay, so we're going to use another connector, and a better and stiffer mounting point. So this guy is probably going to be the position of our door lock. So at the same time, it's going to combine the rail here and then the rocker panel, and it's going to be the position where our door lock is going to latch onto. So I don't know, the door lock will be, I don't know, this is going to be the latch, the the stud, and then the latch will go around it somehow. We'll see. So okay, it's mounted, but this guy might be in our way, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Okay, another problem. There's always problems. So this is now so low that when the wheel is going to go into full compression, it might bump on it. So we need to make this shorter and make here a hump, just to give the wheel some more clearance. And that's not a problem, because this is exactly the area where we're going to be the highest, so we have room to spare. Okay, so that's 15 minus 4 is 11, but we need 2 more, because this is going to be our height increase. So it's going to be like, yeah, this guy, the 13, I guess. Okay. Ah, come on. Okay. Okay. No, it's Nichasna is just a nickname. Okay. Another problem. Since we've lowered this, this is now too short. Okay. So we're going to, yeah, okay. This is too short. We need to change the roof. Let's first check this guy. Yeah, okay. Now we have enough clearance here, and we can elegantly kind of make a connection here. So it can be like this. This guy can be even removed, because no, nič jasno. It in Slovenian it means no clue. Like, I don't have a clue. So okay, this needs to be 2 pieces in any case. Yeah, let's combine them, I don't know, somewhere here. But the problem is, I would prefer that this would be like this, because we have to change even this, because the from here on the slope goes down. So basically, if this is 10 studs, the height here is about 11 studs, and then it falls down, I guess, to the end of the car, to 9 studs. So we're going to have quite an arch here. Yeah. The nickname is very old, so it's like, I don't know, from 93 or something. So yeah, things have changed during those years. Okay, problem here, we need to change this mount as well. Basically, we're going to just flip it around, so it will be in the same position, but flipped around. Maybe we change it a little bit, because we are going to have to. We are going to basically change these Yeah, wait a minute. We cannot change them just arbitrarily, but we can have it like this. And then we have to devise a mounting solution. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to temporary mount them. Temporary mount them just so we don't lose sight of where they need to be. But okay. So the classic solution, my favorite hack. Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, okay, it's fine. There we go. Okay. We'll change it. We'll change this later, but just so the geometry is kept. Otherwise, we are going to lose sight of it, and then we have to do everything again, which we could do without. Okay. Um, so we changed this, and if we put this guy one stud further inwards, I wonder how much the geometry here is going to change, but we have to do it. There is no other way. My God, that's a sturdy pin. Okay, this needs to go away as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so a niner. Niner. Hey Feng. Yeah, you are. This time. Okay. Okay, now let's just try our A pillar. Of course we have to make it A pillar, C pillar. One stud longer, I guess. So this, then yeah. Now it doesn't fit. No, it doesn't fit. Of course. I mean, of course. Why would it? Why would it fit? I mean, that would be too perfect. That would be too perfect. Okay. I did not expect that to happen. To be honest with you. We need to come up with a solution for this. It's off just slightly. It's off just, I mean, by, yeah, of course, by half a stud. Of course, why? I mean, sure. Half a stud, such a beautiful measurement. It's so simple to recreate. God. Yeah, we could build a Model A with the Lego bike tires. Why not? Damn it. Incredible how one start changes everything. But we can maybe... What if? What if? Just as... Wait a minute. Oh, of course. Oh, stupid me, of course.
Wait. No. Oh.
Let me just take a look from the top. So, oh, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3 stats is the difference, like from here to this distance. So in here the distance is now 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is. It's just that we probably should put this guy here. This might not even be a bad idea if it would be lower. Hey Mick. So yeah, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to make put a lift arm here and make this attachment point lower. Yesterday there was no stream yesterday. You mean was it the stream was 2 days ago, right? Okay. So we want to not to overly complicate this structure in the roof. So like this, and then no. Come on, play ball. We have to have this guy for stability. Otherwise, we could put this in. What if we turn this around? Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we need to turn this around, and then yeah, okay, that's the way to go. So this guy is here, okay. So okay, then we have another one here, and here we need to have this guy. No, just gonna use we're gonna use the black one. Okay, like this, and our pin is here. There we go. You got bored with what? Okay. This. Okay, we can do this like this. Okay. Beautiful. Now we don't. The one of the good things of our measure here is that now we have a much more elegant roof without this interruption here. So this is also a very nice positive side effect. I'm not complaining. Okay. Okay. Okay, we can now change this part as well. So 2 rows. We need, yeah, 4 rows. 2 more rows of lift arms. Let's see. This guy is coming here. Okay. 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 And now, oh god, yeah, now we need 4 studs in the front. Okay, I know how we're going to do it. Come on. We are just going to use these two guys. Yeah, maybe we could use 2 thin one, thin 4 stud long lift arms. That would probably look better. Okay, yeah, that's going to look better. Okay. So, again, black pins. These are godsend. These are a true godsend. Why did Lego wait so long to introduce them? It's a mystery for me. Okay. Perfect. Now we put in this guy. Okay. Now we just need to put in a row of these. So perfect. Couldn't be any better. No, wait. Ah, of course. We need, of course, these guys. We're going to reverse this because this is important. So this comes first, and it goes to here. Okay, and there we go. So a little bit different. So now our A-pillar support is 1 stud further inwards, but that's not a bad thing because, of course, we need to, we need to design a C-pillar here anyway. We're probably going to redesign this guy too, so to be 1 stud further inwards to get the curvature. I don't know, but yeah. Now we have enough room to build our slope, or yeah, let's call it slope. So let's see. Somehow I feel like I miscalculated something. Doesn't feel quite right. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's fine because this is coming to the tenor. Then we have a tenor. And then this guy comes here. Okay, but actually it's higher. Okay. Okay. Well, if we have it like we wanted to, it's going to interfere with the tire. But I guess we could put it at a slope so it wouldn't. Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do that. I don't know, somehow we're going to manage. I'm basically my starting position for scaling are the wheels. So everything is scaled around the wheels. I found I see on the internet what the size of the wheels for the car is, and then I calculate the diameter of the wheels. I have a handy app where you can get the diameter. Just put in all of the dimensions of the wheel, get the diameter, and then compare it to the Lego diameter, divide them, and then you get the scale. So then you see what the difference is, and then you can scale all the other dimensions according to this. Well, Felix, we did this with the DOMS charger. It was basically built for, bought and built for to be a parts donor. I don't know the contrast. You know, gray was always the main was going to be the main color for the engines because it's kind of the color of metal, if you can say so. But the rest, I don't know. Cylinders have been blue at the beginning, so we said, okay, let's have some blue parts for to match them. But surprisingly, blue also goes well with yellow. So you know. Okay, now we need a solution to mount here a piece that's going to be slightly higher. So one stud higher, and it's going to it has to be ready to drop here again. So basically we're going to have this piece drop here again, but here after the wheel it's going to drop by 3 studs instead of 2. So that's okay. No. You see, on the Lego wheels it says 81.6. That's the diameter of the wheel. So I always calculate in millimeters. I'm European, so you know, millimeters. I also calculate the diameter of the real wheel in millimeters, and then you divide the real wheel with this, and you get the scale. Or something. I forgot how I calculated it, but if you go to Sariel's page, you can see the guides how to do this shit. Okay, another one of our helpers needs to be built. Okay, so this guy needs to drop here after the wheel because reasons. Okay, and it can be mounted. Oh, great! It can be mounted here. Cool. Very cool. But drop again. Oh, I see. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it can be mounted here, but it's way too low. It's way too low. Needs to be like, needs to be here. Yeah, that's the proper height. Okay. So in between those, damn it. Well, again, our trusty little links or connectors, whatever. Okay. For now, I'm leaving here everything very vague because I don't know how this is going to turn out. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay. Okay. Let's leave this part open for now. It's stiff enough. Okay. Uh, now let's see. We need to mount one of these guys somewhere here, I guess. But first, let's do the door. First, let's do the dummy door because that's what I'm itching to do actually. I know you are as well, so let's not fluff around and let's do a door. Okay. Okay. First issue here, how to mount it, because it's certainly not going to mount here. That's way too high. It can mount here normally, but then if I mount the door like this here, then I have an issue to how to take it off. How to take the door off? I mean, one solution would be actually, and this is what we're going to use right now because of the lack of alternatives. We're going to use this, so we put two of them together, and we're going to mount our our dummy door supports simply like this. Okay, so this is just a dummy door. We are going to do the door differently, but not right now. I just want to see how everything here is going to pan out, if everything is going to pan out correctly. And of course we are going to mount, like, this is going to be the outside skin of our door, and we need to see how we are going to mount all of this. Obviously, we need to see what the outer edge can and should be. So for this, let's take a side look of the geometry. How does this geometry even stack up? So we have one of these. Okay, so that's the geometry. So 5 times 4. 5 times 4. And that's how we are going to do it. So this is going to be straight, so flat on the edge of the car, and then this is going to slope. Let's see what the problems here are, and then we are going to continue. So, okay. First issue that we're going to face is how to reconcile the doors with these, because we're going to get a step here. Let me show you. Just gonna mount this guy here. Okay, so this guy opens now. Yeah, I guess I can put both. Already problems. Or maybe, no, no, I'm being stupid. Sorry, I am being stupid because these guys have been there before and they were not an issue, and they are not going to be an issue in the future. No, I don't have Sario's book, sadly. Never gotten to buy it. Okay. So, theoretically, how is this done here? Okay. Well, theoretically, okay. So this guy is going to be a problem. This guy is going to be a problem because it's not present down here. Okay. So we can build the door up until here, and then the door mount starts to be a problem for us. But we need to build the door up until here, so we need to rethink the door mounts. We need to rethink the door mounts, but first let's do this. Oh really? I didn't know. But they're probably not my LPs. They are probably just a version of an LP. Okay. So it's 3, right? 3. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Okay. So I can use just to satisfy my curiosity. I can use like, I don't know, this. I can use okay, miscalculated. Okay. 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 Like this. No. Of course. Okay. I'm just now setting up everything to mount one single side panel, so we can see exactly where our problems lie. Okay. Oh, really? I didn't know. Serial never contacted me or told me, but I'm flattered, I guess. Okay. So this is the side profile of our door. I am not sure if I like it, because this guy is way too much out. That said, there are options. Not good options, but there are options. And options that we are going to have to explore. No biggie. I'm totally up for it, and it's probably for the best. So what I would do here, I would move this guy one stud further inwards, so that we would have from here on, I mean, wherever this clears the A pillar, we would have this one stud further inwards. This would mean, of course, if we extrapolate this to the wheel like this, so this is in the same width, we can do something really nice here, actually. See what we can do here. If we have this guy further, one stud further inwards, it would be flush with this panel. It would be able to build to form really nice curved surface. With the door would look beautiful. At the same time, this would give us an opportunity to build the door straight up until the end of the door, and then the rocker, so the quarter panel here, would both go a little bit up and a little bit outward. So I'm exaggerating, of course, and this would actually create the perfect shape of our charger. A nice muscular shoulder. I think we should go with that. And of course, we absolutely need to move the mounting points. So these guys for the door hinges one stud further to the inside. This is not terribly difficult, no biggie, but this is what we need to do. So let's do it. That way we can also then have the rocker panel flush. So this panel can go further forwards to cover up the door hinges, and then our second panel will also be able to fit, I guess, somehow. Yep, that's going to be the perfect length for our door. So the doors are going to look beautiful. I'm actually excited for it. And then we can have the door hinges and the door lock somehow inserted somewhere here, or maybe we can omit it entirely from the outside, and we can have the door opening mechanism just so you reach inside of the door and there's a lever here or something, just to make things nice and flush, because there would be an awful lot of work required to make a latch here, or a mechanism to open the door from the outside. So I would sacrifice a slight realism for beautiful looks. Okay, enough talking. So these guys need to be reversed, and they need to be further inwards. So we need to place this guy. He was here in the front, and now he needs to be like this inside. And the top one as well. But come on. Okay. So this isn't going to be that easy. Not gonna be that easy, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, that's quite a challenge. Quite a challenge. It needs to be in the middle. It was easy before because, you know, this sets it up, but maybe we need to use a different part for this. Needs to be here, but in the middle. The perfect part would be this, but with a hole here. So it would have 3 holes and 1 here. But you know, perfect parts sadly don't exist. And I cannot have this mounted like here. Needs to be, yeah, I can have this mounted here and then an extension here, but the problem is that then this is going to block the door from opening. So let's see, what are our options? Looking pretty grim, but I'm not giving up. This is the ideal part because it's like curved here and allows the door to open. If anything is here, then the door wouldn't be able to open. That's not something we want. We can have I used them all up? No. Here's one. I mean, we can do a stunt like this. At least at the top. We could do something like this. Come on. These are really hard to put in. Okay. Something like this, and then have this guy mounted somehow inwards, but that's just so many parts. I don't like this. This can stay for now. Chat, if you have any ideas, please let me know. I'm just thinking now how to mount this. Maybe there's other options. Maybe. Okay. We're gonna try something else. There's another part that can allow us to do what we want. I mean, there's 2 parts that we put together, but there's just one tiny little bit about them that I don't like. Just let me find the second one. I'll show you. Okay. Apparently I don't have 2 of the same color. Never mind. Okay. So our other option would be this. The thing I don't like here is that you can pull this out. But you know that might not even be a problem. There we go. They are mounted. So now this guy can go further inwards. But before we do that, of course, there's another issue. Of course, there's another issue. See, right now, this is all nice and well because the bottom panel is supported by the lift arm. But when we then make it like this, the support is gone. And we need to create some internal support somehow, which of course we are going to do by the mounting points of this. So the internal support will basically support these, and then somehow every now and then these two at the bottom will clip into it, I guess. It's going to be flimsy while we're doing it, but once we're done, this should look beautiful. Emphasis on should. Let me just dig up some more of these because I think we are going to need a whole bunch of them. But not just them, of course. There's going to be few other options, because if we want to if we want to build this the way I want to build it, we need these guys as well. These are going to give us a fighting chance. And I guess, yeah, I guess these guys as well. Okay, now let's see if my theory is correct. I'm gonna get some long axles. Look at that, they're even almost long enough for this. Okay, so since we need to mount both these and these, and even make it look good, then we need to see what our options are. Okay. So you see, I'm trying to make some internal structure here. So this guy is going to connect to this guy, and somehow I need to see if maybe, I mean, I want to use the smooth surfaces, because otherwise if I use it like this, which I probably will have to, if we can live with it, that it's not entirely smooth, just this line, maybe we'll have to, because you see, since this guy is now fixed to the axle, I can fix it now to this. So this is going to be fixed, and now while I have this fixed to the axle, I can fix the axle to the panels, so the panels are not going to flap about. Important things, very important things. But of course, now I need to think of how to actually prevent the flaps to prevent the bottom here to flap about. Another important thing. Ideally, of course, I would do something like this, which I actually can do. See, we have gaps here and we have gaps here. So we are going to use those gaps to do exactly that. So in these gaps, which are here, we have to basically, okay, we have to, basically we're going to have one big support here that's going to go from here to the top of the door. So this big support here will fix everything, and for that we need to somehow move this guy. No, this guy cannot be moved. Okay, so our support will click in just here. So it will click in just here. Yeah, and the door is what? The door is like, if this is 7, it's going to be 8 studs. Yeah, 8. The door is going to be 8 studs high. 8 studs high. Okay. Lovely. Lovely. Another thing. Yeah. No, that. Or does it? Okay. I was thinking that we can get away with as few of these as possible. So we need like what? We need like this. And this. Nope. We're going to have it here. This is, I mean, very complicated and very tedious work, but someone has to do it. I'm not even sure if it's going to net the result that I want at the end. Probably not, but yes, this car is definitely going to have a door lock mechanism. You know me. I'm a sucker for these. Ah, okay, it can be done like this. Okay. This is going to be interesting. So instead of the axle, I want to do this completely with studs. With pins. Let's see if I'm allowed to do that. Ah, no, not yellow. Where's our big section? Where is our big section? Where did I put it? Ah, it's out of the car. Okay. So, first, and then I can have a 3 stud here, or can I? No, it's this guy is, yeah. No. If this guy comes in here. Ah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-stud axle. So a 4-stud axle goes through here. Okay. And then we have 1, 2. This is different than I imagined. So basically, this is what we have to do. I mean, technically, I could use just black bushings every now and then. That could work as well. But let's. I mean, I would like to have this a few of those pins connected with pins, just so there would be more friction. Otherwise, it's going to be just, it's going to clap around and be just annoying. Phew. At least a few. We need 4 stud long pins. Lego, we need 4 stud long pins. You hear me? 4 stud long pins would be the shit. No, I don't sell instructions for my engines. You wouldn't be able to make it work like I do anyway, even with instructions, and they would have to be very complicated, and making instructions would take me a long time. And then, of course, I followed your instructions to the letter, but my engine doesn't work. Well, boo-hoo. People who can do LPEs by themselves do not need instructions anyway. That's my take on this. This might not be the most popular take, but you know. Oh god, this is going to be so annoying here. On this side, see, here I can choose where to place it, but here, exactly where those holes are, there are these guys. So I cannot have any of these here. Oh, so annoying. So that's brutal. Let's just check how many do we need and what the layout is. Maybe we can get lucky. Yeah, okay. Yeah, of course. So this guy needs to be here. And then 1, 2. No, 1, 1, 2. Oh, really? So how do I do this so you can actually see what's happening? Okay, so exactly where we want it to be. Oh, there we go. Very nice. Another. Okay. And then this guy here. Yeah, cannot be one here. Okay. So just three. Just three. Okay. Okay. I can live with that. So now I'm just going to put them on like they are, just so we can finish the door. Okay. And just finish it with this, I guess. There's not going to be a hole for the door handle. There can't be. There's no way that we can mount it. Just no way. No way. Okay, see, now that we have this done, we can mount the support here. There we go. It can be very simple, like this and this. There we go. So now, I mean, disregard the gaps and stuff. That's not important right now. So we have our door. See how nicely sloped it is? And of course, the edge of the door. Naturally, the door as it is here is not gonna fit on the car. Obviously, because the A-pillar. The door absolutely does not fit here where the A-pillar is. So in this area we need to improvise. How much? Well, basically this guy needs to go. This guy is not welcome. And instead of him, we need to think of something else. Ah, of course. Okay. There we go, I think. No. Oh, this is also in the way. Of course it is. But that's okay. So. Okay. I'm just checking all of the dimensions. and see where the problems are. Of course, obvious problems. So something needs to happen here as well. So this guy needs to go as well. Okay. Mhm. In the end, we're going to discover that the bodywork on the Lego Charger, on Dom's Charger that Lego made, is the best possible. Just kidding. Of course, we are going to go through this and make it best. So, there we go. Problem, another problem. Now that we have this guy needs to go, because otherwise we cannot reach the supports for our door hinge. But that's not a big problem. We can relocate this just to the other side, so to the inside. That's not a huge deal. But this bit here is going to be done with lift arms, I guess. With lift arms, and then we're going to have, I don't know, maybe something. I don't know, something here, maybe. No, these are the same. Ah, of course they are the same. Just a moment. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we can have maybe okay. Okay. There's, yeah. See, there's a solution here in front of our eyes. The front windshield, of course. What we need to do with it is we need to make it, the whole area, 2 studs smaller. So this guy needs to go 1 stud more to the inside as well. Then all of this is going to clear. No, not all of it, but it's going to make our life here much easier. And the thing is that when I watch the blueprints, the edge of the door, so basically this line here, is a few studs, if you like, away from the edge of the car. So we need to move this inside. Let me just check what my calculations say. How much this needs to be, how wide this needs to be. So dimensions. Okay, so this bottom part needs to be 27 studs by the calculations. But they allow us, even if the middle, so the clearance here is 27 studs, it's so vague that if we move the A pillars 1 stud further to the middle, we should be still fine. And then, depending on how everything looks, we can also move the roof line further inside. So the roof is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 and 15. 8 and 15, 23. Yeah, the roof needs to be 23 times 23 to my calculations, but you know, uh, it varies. We're going to omit the door handle, of course, because there's you have the blueprints and the link to all of the stuff that I use is below every stream video. There's a Dropbox link. Just click on it, and you will have all of the stuff that I'm watching right now. So just jump to Dropbox and take a look at them. I linked them under every video. Yeah. So basically, that's what we will have to do. And I'm just visualizing how this is going to look by looking at the car from this angle. Um, and I don't think that's going to be too bad. I don't think it's going to be too bad. And the side profile, the side profile with the door, this really looks realistic. This is really like the Charger. Yeah, so we need to move it. There's no other way. There's of course a few things that we are going to have to change. But there's no other way. The way I see it, there's no other way. I'm just going to see what this means for the geometry of the A pillar. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Just checking before we commit. I want to see if this is an exercise in futility or if we have a fighting chance here. Basically, I'm interested because we need to relocate this, because once everything moves one step further into the middle, there's no way for this to clear the steering column. So we need to move this one stud further here, and then here one stud further up. And I need to check if the geometry stays the same if we do that. Probably does, but you know, better safe than sorry. Did I do this right? Yeah, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Why would it? Why would it? What if we do it like this? And this is too much. Of course it's too much. Why wouldn't it be? So again, we have a problem. We are used to problems. I don't like this. I mean, the problem here is that if we move this A-pillar further inside, then our 23 times 23 roof is now out of scale. But let's count again. So we said 15. So 23 is this. This is 23. All of it. Okay, wait a minute. Just wait a minute. We can have the roof actually be 21 studs. 21 studs, of course, because because of the perspective that I'm looking at it. So we narrow the roof, so it's 21 studs. So we basically omit here one row, and we move this pillar is already one stud inside, so we move the rear pillar as well one stud in the inside, and we move the A pillar also one stud to the inside. So we cannot re-engineer the steering column. It must stay pretty much where it is, or must it? Okay. So a simple premise, just do the door, turns out to be quite challenging. Okay. Let's put the door on and see what happens. So. All right. Yeah, okay. So this would be the height of our door. And the way I see it, what if we move the steering column one stud further to the center of the car? Sorry, you couldn't see it. What if we move the steering column one stud more to the center of the car? What do you think? I think that's acceptable. It's kinda too far to the left anyway. So one stud further to the center of the car. I think that's what we should do. And at the same time, what we should do is the hand of God steering. Yeah, and the hand of God steering, we would relocate. Relocate the hand of God steering to here. Basically, that's one option. The second option is we move the hand of God steering just one stud further to the center, and basically we replace these two plates with three stud panels with 3 stud panels. This would basically make them shorter, and this would need to be moved just one stud further, so basically in line with the steering column. And I think that's the better solution. That's the better solution. Of course, we are going to have to then redesign this. So the mounting point here is going to stay, but we're going to have to relocate the L lift arm, of course, one stud further out. that I think would be the wise solution. And if this would be really one step further in, then we would have much more room to make the body panels. And I think the actually, if you look at the scale of the car, the opening of the windscreen is actually too wide anyway. In our example, it is too wide. It needs to be narrower. So I think we need to do that. So the victim is going to bleed again. I decided to remove the two most difficult to remove panels also. Okay, there we go. So these two guys are going into the roof. Sadly, we don't have enough black panels because the charger, the DOMS charger, only has one of these, and yeah, we'll buy them after we're done. So okay, let's first do this. This might even have some positive effects on the steering. Well, okay, we don't need to change this, but we need to get this guy out. This is now going to be like this. Everything moves one step further to that side. Of course, this is not as easy as it looks because we have to do some re-engineering of stuff. But no huge things. Just some small minor tweaks. Okay. So first let's relocate this. For this, these guys need to be removed. Of course they do. And since we're going that way, we're going to do it like this. Suddenly reverse roll. They are going to be mounted this way. Because when we remove this, the mounting point for the steering is exactly where the chassis reinforcement is. So now if we remove this, now we need a new bottom mounting point. This is not going to do anymore. Let's first mount this. Okay. Let's see what the options are. At this point, the body is actually quite. It's become quite flimsy. I mean, flimsy. You see, this is what happens when you create a convertible out of a car. Basically, the roof is the structural element, and then engineers come and cut off the roof and make a convertible. That's why I don't like convertibles. I mean, that's one of the reasons. Okay. How can we have this? Basically, we're gonna use the same mounting point, but we're going to re-engineer this so that we can basically mount it on the side like this, just with a pin. But this needs to be strong, a little bit stronger, a little bit. So come a little bit closer, if you will. So so from here on, sometimes I wish I would have a third or fourth hand, and things would be easier. Okay, here we can have just this. Okay, now we can have this. No, we cannot, because here's the gear sits here. So, but we can have this, and okay. Did I just? No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. So mounting point here is the same, and we use this. And then let's see now about the length of our steering column. This is going to interfere. Slightly too long, as Mr. Connery would say. Slightly too long, but that's not a problem, I think. Okay, since we need it to be let me take this out. Of course, the gear is going to go to the floor again. Okay, this is the steering column we had now, and now it needs to be half a touch shorter. So basically we need to have, this is an 8, so a 7. Yeah, a 7. 7 stud long axle. Yeah, well, what can I do? They will come. They will come. The stream, you know, every time you do something like this, like the stream, or the audience needs a certain time to catch up. I knew this when I started, so you know, they will come. People are going to realize there's a stream. They're going to join sooner or later. Maybe with with our next project. I don't know. To be honest, I don't really care. I love you guys, and I love my subscribers, but I'm not doing this to really to impress them or to lure them in. If they're coming, they're coming. If not, you know, we're having a great time, and they're just missing out. That's the way I see it. But you know, people will come. Uh, every every touch enterprise requires time. No great channel has been built overnight. There we go. Okay. So nice. This actually, since the angle is smaller, the steering is actually even lighter than before. That's great. So this was definitely a good idea. We did good. Okay, let's omit the gear for now, just so we can find out how to mount this. Okay, so ideally I would change this guy for something else, so we can mount this differently. What could we change this guy for? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It'll come. It'll come to me. It's going to come to me. It cannot be this. I would like to have this as fixed as possible. Of course, this mounting point. That's what I'm contemplating right now. Ideally it would be, this guy would be 3 studs, and then this guy would kind of, I don't know, with mount here with an axle or something. Yeah, but you know, I don't want it to be higher than this. If I use a four length lift arm, then I need to have this higher. But I don't want to. I want it to be too high. And in the end, you know, in the end, we're going to do it just like this. Very simple fix. use basically the same hole. There. And we can actually extend this to the other side and have it, you know, to be more controlled. So in the end, but yeah, this is fine for now. I can always change this. Right now, we're going to just use this so we don't use too much time. I mean, we've lost so much time with all of this shit anyway. But it's always like this when you develop a car or any kind of model, you have some good progress, and then you have dead ends all the time, and then you need to, well, re-engineer stuff on the fly. Okay, this needs to be different as well. Here we are. Come on. I mean, at this point, we could actually use this guy. Would it be useful? I wonder. Well, it would be more useful than what we have here. Definitely. Shall we? Yes, of course, we shall. We shall do it. Hey, hey George. Sup? Come on. Okay. There we go. One is out. And while we're at it, so I don't have to pull this out again, we're going to do the same that we did on the other side with this. So we can mount the center mount, so this guy more securely. See, Daniel, they are coming. The thing is that many of my subscribers are basically from all over the world, I guess, and that also means that not everybody can be here when we are streaming. It's not a convenient. It's not always a convenient time for everybody. Wait, what? Oh, no, wait. Yeah. Stupid me. So it's like this, yeah. Come on, go in. There we go. I mean, I like gaming live streams. But I guess what we're doing now, not right now, is a little bit different. Not there's no not every day you see a gaming Lego build live stream. I guess. Come on. Ah, I so hate it when these guys don't go in. Okay. Okay. Now let's make the support here. So this is just 3-stud axle here and a 2-stud axle here. There we go, and we combine them. There we go. That's now a lot more stable than before. Yeah, I mean, I like it as well because you know, sometimes I am out of my wits, and the stream, so the chat has helped in decide many things on this car already, which I like. So it's our car, it's not just mine, which is nice. Okay, so here we can actually go with this. I think. No, we can't. We can't. But we can. Wait, am I complicating this too much? Yes, I'm complicating this way too much. This is so much simpler, actually. Of course. Now everything fell apart, of course. That's typical. Okay. 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 So what if we actually use something different here? So this is a 5-stud. What if we use a 4-stud axle here? This. And then this can be in front of it. So basically, come on. This guy can be in front of it, and then we can have one in the back as well. Yeah. Then it's going to be even stronger than before. Like this. And then we mount the supports here. This would be actually strong enough, I think. Okay. typical again. Doesn't matter. So like this. So we need what? 7 stud axles here. Okay. No, we don't need a 7 stud axle. We are going to do this like what? This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and then a 3 stud spacer, of course. Yeah, let's have it like this. Sorry if you cannot see everything right now because it's a mess on this desk again. It was so clean before I started to clean, but now it's like, you know, it's like chaos. Complete chaos. So we have one stud here and like this. So there we go. And on the other side, we have this. There we go. Excellent. This is going to be even better than it was. And here in the back, it's just one. No, it's one. It's, we need a 3 stud. 3 stud axle like this, and another one. Okay, and again this guy. There we go. This is even stronger than before. I like it. I really like it. I mean, have you noticed the trend here? Every time we do a rebuild that kind of seems difficult and unnecessary, and you know, we said, oh my god, do we really have to? Well, in the end, it always ends up to be better. Even this is better, you know. When I was testing how this works a few days ago, I was always seeing that this guy here, this was constantly moving, and now the steering column is actually rock solid. I mean, this feels really nice after this rebuild. This is excellent. Perfect. I mean, it's, even if I, you see, even if I put my full force here in the front, and I'm just using the column here, so I don't have a big gear to turn the steering. So even like that, you see, even like that, everything turns nicely. So this is awesome. Yeah, it's trial and error. Okay, so we're at the point where we can start rebuilding the roof. And yeah, let's see what we are going to do. So this means that the rear window here is going to be narrower as well. So let's see about that first, because that's where we're going to mount the window to. So we ignore this, that's not important, but we need to focus on this. And what are our options here? Since it needs to be one stud narrower, I would just go, basically, I would just go with this. That's it. I wouldn't do anything else. And while we're at it, why don't we replicate the same that we did on the other side here? At least partially. So we don't need this, but we do need this. This guy can go. Okay. Excellent. And I need another of these. So and this is nice because now we can actually combine them here. What does fit? 13. Nice. 13 stud frame. There we go. Okay. So when I looked at images of the charger, the rear bench actually comes just to this frame, and then here there's a small parcel shelf, and then the actual rear window actually slopes a little bit. So we're perfect here. So the rear bench area is here. This is all nice. Leg room is going to be plentiful for our imaginary passengers. I don't know. Maybe a Barbie and Ken fit into this car. I don't know. Okay, so let's continue with our roof. Yeah, it would be better if I show you on this side. Okay, let's zoom in. So the A pillars are most important. See, now we have this guy turned this way, and we need to flip him. We need to flip him to be... Why is it so dark? It's so bright in this room. So now we need to flip him to be like this, to have the same effect and mount in the exact same spot as the previous one. Just that everything here, the whole roof is going to be one stud narrower. So let's make sure that it is one stud narrow. Perfect. Our roof is one stud narrow. I mean one stud, basically two studs, but one stud on each side. If you know what I mean. Okay. There we go. Narrow roof. Now we need to turn this around. We're going to have to find a way to mount this, of course, because now, since this is, oh no, we won't, because this is going to be mounted like this. Stupid me. Of course, there's no problem. I am just overcomplicating complicated simple things. There we go. See the difference that we made. So here these two have been mounted from the like this, and now that it's narrower we have the same plane here. That's our difference. And these should mount in exact the same position as before without any issue. I'm actually looking forward to mount them because I'm really keen to see what difference how the proportions of the car are going to change, because there is going to be a visual change with the narrower windscreen. And we're going to have so much more space to do the door. So much more. Okay. Now let's mount it back up and see how it goes. Ah, of course. We need to move this guy as well, the support. I mean, move basically what I'm going to do, because this is not really mission critical. I'm just going to slightly alter it. This is just temporary, and I cannot be arsed to really re-engineer this guy right now. So we're just going to quickly mock it up. Okay, done. Come on, sit in. There we go. Okay, the rear should fit right in, because we have not changed anything. And it does. There we go. There we go. So, very nice. And I think, oh yes, I think the charger actually, this improved everything a lot, because I think the windscreen was actually too wide for, and the roof. Now the windscreen and roof are actually in proportion with the car. So I would call this a win. There we go. And if we did now everything right, and I think we did, there we go. And the good part here is that the hand of God steering is just one stud away from the perfect position. So it's, before it was here, now it's here, and it should be ideally here, but you know, I'm happy with this. That's good enough for me. It's as much in the center as possible, and yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, now let's go back to the main problem. So I need to rebuild this, the mounting point for the C-pillar, but I'm not going to do that right now because that's really not important. Let's go back to our door, because that's the main reason why we did all of this. And let's see if now this guy fits somehow. So almost. So the issue still is this: it cannot go fully in. Let's see what this guy says. Yeah, this guy is going to have a problem as well. But this is better. This is a lot better. Because right now, one of the reasons why we did it was because there was not enough space between the A-pillar and the edge of the door. And now we have the edge of the door actually passes along, so on this side of the A-pillar. And we actually can engineer something here, because see, this guy here is a full stud wide. So if we change this to a half a stud, we should be fine. Let's see. So I mean, it's such a relatively big car, but we still are running quite tight in some places. Yeah. So even if you see, even with our even with this, kinda doesn't want to. But maybe at this point, I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe we to relocate this to the front. because I can live with there being just this 3 stud part that we need to remodel somehow. But I would really like this to be part of the door. Yeah, this is, I don't know, yeah, this is not going to look bad. Not bad at all, but we need to get rid of this. Once we get rid of this, then of course the door can go fully to the pillar, and then of course this guy also can swing open. But let's not be too cocky. I would like to see what actually happens here. What actually happens here? So okay, this I need to find a solution for this, but I want to remove this so I can mount the door. I want to mount the door. Just so we can have a glimpse of what's in store. This isn't the final mounting solution at all, but I really want to see if it's opening. I mean, hey, what if it's not opening? That would be a bummer. Okay. Nice. It fits like a glove. Very good. Now, of course, we need a mounting point here as well. And luckily, actually, luckily, because see, these guys are all sloped inwards. And if we had another one here, the top mounting point would not be able to be here, simply because of the slopes. And because of the slopes, of course, we need to also remove or modify. We need to modify this guy, because this guy is interfering with this slope. So just a bunch of modifications necessary. Okay, yeah, so that closes now fully. I'm just gonna use, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna use this guy just so it leans completely. Okay. So just so we are on the same page now. Okay. I don't know about you, but to me, this side profile, so this whole thing, especially this edge here, looks actually very realistic. I really like it. Of course, the gap here needs to be dealt with, but we'll deal with it. We cannot recreate all of the nuances of the door of the charger, of course. That's sadly just not possible. But, you know, we're doing our best. I think it's nice. It's as good as we can make it. of course, now that we have the door here, I'll just mount the wrong A-pillar, just, you know, just to get a feel of where the C-pillar is. No, it's wrong. Yeah, like that. Okay. You know, just to get a feel where it is. But the door is actually quite long, because the door, this is the length of the door, so quite a long door. And then there's going to be, of course, you know, half a stud gap here, which we also need to check right now. That's going to extend to the top. So this is going to be our gap between the door here, and then of course another half a stud gap here. But that's already taken care of because the door is mounted half a stud offset. So everything here in the front and the rear of the door is going to be corresponding to the stud grid without problems. Okay, so let's see if our door actually opens when there's a half a stud gap. For this, I would like to mount this in exactly this position, which I can. Now let's see, does it open or not? I'm really curious. It does not. Bummer. Why does it not open? Not because, not because there's anything inherently wrong with the fact that we have it one stud offset, but simply because there's stuff inside here. This is not hollow. That's the problem. So as much as I would like to do it like this, we need to do something else here. But that's actually all right. We could go away here with probably with just I don't know. What could we go away with here? What could we get away with here? Let's see. What are our options? I mean, one of them, yeah, I don't like this. What if, just for, you know, just for the sake of argument, I don't have anything appropriate here to mount it to. No, I do. So what if just mount normal studs? I mean, this is just for demonstration purposes. No final goal in mind, just to see what happens here. Yeah, and again it bumps. So you're going to have to apply a different solution here. So this whole area here needs to be, I don't know, thinner. Or exactly what Christian said. What if we move the hinge back, but one stud might be too much. half a stud complicates everything. Okay, let's try this in a dry setup, so to speak. So we don't speak out of our asses. Let's make a replica of the setup that we have here. And play with it. So we have something like this. And I'm gonna take, let's say this. Okay, so this is now the setup we have now. And I'm going to mount this guy again, just so in the same position as we had there, just so that we can test all of these theories. And then we can play with the position of the mount. It's much easier to do it like this than on the actual car. Okay, so obviously this isn't going to work. Okay, so now we're going to move, come on camera, focus. Now we're going to move the hinge one stud to the back. No, David. The mechanism, we're not looking for the mechanism that holds the door in. That's not interesting. The Land Rover Defender has, just like Dom's Charger, has the hinges just like on the door. You know, they're like here. That's not interesting, and that's not really helping us anyway. And that's not the way I do things. So we move this guy one stud further back, and we move this. So okay. We do need this guy. Okay. Okay. So now our hinge is one stud further back. Let's see what's happening. Oh my god. All of a sudden, we can open the door without interference. Of course, now the problem is that that's the only, we cannot open it more. We have room here, of course. See, there's a gap still. So it's not this guy interfering, but now this guy is blocking us from opening the door more. which of course in our case means something you will probably love to hear, that we need to redesign our A pillar completely. So the whole A pillar as we have it now is useless completely. We need to move it one stud further inwards. One stud further inwards, and of course the A pillar mount needs to be reversed again, because everything is going to move one stud further inwards. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. But not today, because the stream is long enough. I'm tired, and since tomorrow is Saturday, we're going to have a stream tomorrow. So we are going to continue this tomorrow. I will probably do some work on it off stream tomorrow morning, because I will probably have to do some 2 hours of boring thinking and things that really should not be on stream. And I'll also rebuild this off stream, because this is just a boring rebuild. We know how this needs to be done. And yeah, I am looking forward to have a really nice opening door tomorrow. This is going to be fun. And then of course, let's just continue this before we end the stream, just for fun. Hold on. Let me just a minute, because you know I'm like a small child when I start thinking about these things. So just imagine. Well, this is the point where I run out of black panels. Now imagine this. So then we have the fender here. See, and the fender continues this line. Strangely, because yeah, let's turn them around. The gray ones look so weird in the light. Yeah, but you know, we're not going for easy here. We're going for correct and fun. So, see? Then the story continues on the fender. This is going to look so good. And the fender, of course, starts here. Yeah, it starts here. And then it continues, I don't know, towards here. And here is then the grill already. It's actually quite, oh yeah, it's quite a long fender, even if I look at the blueprints. And the rear is even bigger, so I need to order a bunch of these, because we're going to use a lot of them. And this is going to be really nice. Of course, the most complicated area to sculpt is going to be here, because of all of the transitions, but we're going to manage somehow. I think we are going to think of something, especially now that, you know, now that I have these parts in black, uh, especially the lower part here. You know, the lower part here could be done with them if this part turns out not to be good, but I guess it will. And then I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, this top part of the door will be tricky to get right, especially because it has to continue. It has to continue this line, of course. Oh, come on, panels. Since it will have to continue this line. Ideally, of course, there would be another of them here, and then the line would continue flawlessly. But looks like that's not gonna happen. I mean, there's really no way of this happening. Yeah, because everything is in the way. This is in the way. No, wait. Okay. 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 Obviously, I got an idea. What if? See, what if we would actually lower the mounting point of the A-pillar by, let's say, 1 stud here. Then the A-pillar itself would slot in exactly. It would slot in exactly in the gap between these two. And then we can have the door with all of these. See, these are questions that keep me up at night. That's what doesn't allow me to sleep. Okay, so that's what we're looking forward to in the next stream. And until tomorrow, please stay safe, have fun building with Lego, and I see you in 24 hours or less.